What up, Nitro? Lady Soul, we live in life. Quan.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're tuning into an episode of the Wunderkind Morning Show live. What is good, everybody? Hopefully everyone had a wonderful Martin Luther King Day, MLK Day, and you got to spend it with your families. Hopefully some of you got out of work. Let me say good morning to everybody in the chat. See how everybody's doing this great morning. It's nice and cold down here in Florida. It's like 38 degrees outside. Michael Aiken, first in the building. Good morning, good morning. What up, bro? Glad you're here, man. And thank you. I keep trying, man. I keep trying. Nero, good morning. Carson Beck sold last night for Miami. I think he played overall better than Mendoza, but Mendoza's team won. Ashley Royalty, always a pleasure to have you, madam. Good morning, good morning. Zele, what up? What is up? Tactical, Grand Rising, bro. What up? Joanne, what up? Good morning, good morning. Tila, always a pleasure to have you, man. I'm glad you're here with us. Stacy, also always a pleasure to have you. Good morning. Jared, what up, bro? Yo, Delvon's in the building. Chris M, always a pleasure to have you, madam. King Blaze, what up? Yeah, we in here, bro. Zeke! Yo, listen, man, we good this morning, man. We gonna get into a lot of stuff. Dr. Kush, good morning, morning. We gotta get into some stuff about, the NFL's foolishness, but we're gonna break it down crazy. Black One Rob, what up, what up? Good morning, good morning. Dwez, what up? All right, I think that's everyone to say good morning. All right, let's get this party started. So, I know I watched Troll 2 last night with my family, but I caught glimpses of it. But last night was the, college football playoff, championship. And, of course, the Heisman winner for Indiana, first Indiana championship, won. Now, guys, I'm going to be real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is big for them. I get it. This gives him such high draft stock and every other thing. And people's like, oh, we got the next Joe Burrow. And listen, I somewhat get why people are excited about it, but I'm going to be real with you. Of the stuff that I watched, he wasn't, exceptional to me in this game. He just wasn't. I know some people's going to come at me for saying that. I'm just being real. Watching parts of the game and stuff like that, I didn't feel like, I was wowed by him. I was not wowed by him at all. I was not wowed by Mendoza at all. At all. To me, this seemed more like Miami lost the game than Indiana won the game. It's like, oh, that rushing touchdown, right? He had a rushing touchdown. He had -8 yards. And I know that you can't just watch stats, but he had one positive run, and that's it. He was 16 of 27 from the field for 186 passing yards. I repeat, 7 carries for -8 yards. Yes, he had a touchdown on the ground. Nowakowski had one on the ground, but he only had it for a yard. It wasn't like boom. To me, it was more like Miami lost this game more than Indiana won it. Even though, Indiana got it, I just felt like Miami outplayed them. They just, sometimes you could be the better team statistically and everything else and just not finish the game. And that's kind of how I felt with Miami. They just didn't finish the game. They lost that game more than Indiana won that game. I'm just going to be real with you. That's how I feel about it. The quarterback made one big mistake, I believe, on Miami. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't that the interception? 19 to 32, Beck, 232 passing yards, a touchdown, 1 interception. The running back, Fletch, he had 17 carries for 112 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6.6 yards a pop. M. Tony, 10 receptions, 122 yards, 12.2 yards a pop, and a touchdown. CJ Daniels also contributed 4 receptions for 62 yards. So, like I said, man, I just, okay, I get it. He had a few back shoulder throws that were pretty good. Like, I get it, but there's a reason why people just don't be attempting back shoulder throws like that heavily in the NFL. Why? Because if you don't have like a true X receiver, that's getting picked off. This man, Iowa's Good Morning Man said it wasn't sold. Indiana was ready for the win. Yo, my gosh. Listen, I'm just being real. That's how I kind of felt about it. You know what I'm saying? And look, I get it. Certain people are going to feel certain ways. I don't think Mendoza is going to be a star in the NFL. I'm saying that from now. I think he might have one or two good years. Not great, but good to really good years. The rest will be average. I don't believe Mendoza is some prime, like, oh my God, magical thing coming out of college. I do not believe that at all. And I know it's going to catch a lot of flack too, but it doesn't pop for me. When I watch him, he reminds me of a quarterback that's going to need to, everything is going to have to be perfect around him for him to be able to win. And they'll make excuses for him when one thing isn't perfect, right? Why he didn't win. That it just screams that kind of quarterback to me. Like when I watch him, that's why you see me. I don't really talk too much. I was like, okay. Like Mendoza's like, oh, okay. I don't see nothing truly crazy special about him. Now I know some of y'all gonna be coming at me over my head for that. I just don't. Jared said Nitro Mendoza wasn't great, not at all. Man, why they out here saying Lamar to the Raiders? I'm gonna cover that today. Like, bro, for everyone that's saying Lamar to the Raiders, one thing I'm gonna cover it later for the videos. Lamar has a no trade clause. He ain't going anywhere he doesn't want to go. And his 2 cap hits for this and next year is over $74 million. He ain't going nowhere unless he wants to go, unless he forces himself out. Stop the cap. That's like, and guess who it was from? Pro Football Talk. The same guy that was saying that we were going to get blown out by the 49ers, going to get easy work, and then he ate his words and got even more mad about his idiocies. So that's what I'm trying to say, bro. I'll cover it later just because I have to, but I don't want to. It's one of those topics where it's like, I'm only covering this because it's the news. But it's absolute foolishness. Lamar Jackson dictates where he wants to go. He has a no-trade clause. They cannot trade him unless he goes, okay. He has to waive that for him to be traded. But yeah, and they also rumored he's going to go to Miami once again. Lamar Jackson has a no-trade clause, which he negotiated by himself without an agent. He ain't going nowhere unless he wants to go. Yo, I always said, John Allen said, I'm crying out to God to help me with these hard times. That man was up there like, I let down my teammates. I fumbled the ball to Mitch. I threw two interceptions. I can't wait to go home because it's cold. I ain't gonna lie, John Allen's something else. But once again, congratulations to Indiana for winning the CFP. You know what I'm saying? It was the first one in their history, so it is what it is. I think, like I said, a lot of people are celebrating. You know, all of the fans wanted Miami to win that because the U has such tradition within sports culture that everyone was hoping, praying that the U won. And to me, like I said, the U lost that more than Indiana won it. But congratulations to Indiana. They got what they worked their butts off all year and got it. And it's the first in their history. So, you know, well-deserved. And they got it. Now that we got that out of the way, cause CFP, you know we had to cover all sports on this channel. But now that we got that out of the way, we're getting back to more pressing things. Now, guys, I'm going to be real with you, bro. There's people coming up and showing the stark difference of the way certain quarterbacks are not only officiated, but covered by the media. And it's night and day. And Dan Orlovsky, being one of the prime suspects of this, is out there pretty much. He's having his own tear bath. You ever watch Avatar with Katara? I'm tear bending. That's pretty much what Dan Orlovsky's been doing because people have been bringing up everything that he said, shown his inconsistencies, shown his radical bias towards this man. He's been online crying, oh, Twitter will break you if you allow it. People don't even know what I'm going through. I watch tape. I'm not fake. They're making me walk the plank. Offer truth over a take. Bro, it's outrageous, bro. Yolanda, hey, what's good? If y'all don't know who that is, that's Raven Talk with Yolanda. She has a great channel. Actually, she doesn't even know I be watching her, be liking her stuff and everything. Please go out there and give her some love. I know that she's trying to get to 5K. Let's help her get to 5K, guys, please. She makes amazing content. You usually see her on Rogue Power Hendo. Shout out to my homie. He's a great content, too. Give him some love, too. And, yeah, so if you ever get a chance, go check out our content. It's nice. Really, really refreshing. Love it. Keep doing you, Yolanda. But, yeah. Like, he's coming out, and people are crying. I see Ivor saying they're selling his tears online. If you would have went like this and caught the tears of Josh Allen while he was crying, bro, it would have went on eBay for $10,000, and in the hour, 24 hours, no more than that, right? Guess what? It would have been sold because that's all they've been drinking from the well of Josh Allen's tears. And everybody that's associated with it. Oh, you didn't see even on Get Up when they're, he's still the best player in football, best player almost ever. Like, y'all coming out here and saying that? Coming out here and saying that, bro? There's an old saying that certain tears, are just indefensible. Yeah, it's on full display, guys. Full display. Full display. I'm laughing at. Listen, bro. I'm gonna show y'all because we didn't go live, so I have everything from yesterday too. Cause we didn't go live yesterday, but check this out.
It's extremely difficult. Oh! I feel like I let my teammates down tonight.
He's fake crying. Just to let y'all know that you don't cry like that. He's fake crying.
For us, is what has brought this on?
Just missed opportunities throughout the game. It's been a long season. I hate how it ended, and that's
Those are fake tears.
it's gonna stick with me for a long time.
Fake.
I think it ended up being 5 turnovers overall. I know it just happened, but can you kind of take us into why it felt like you guys kind of kept on?
Yeah, can't win with 5 turnovers. I fumbled twice, threw 2 picks.
No, you didn't, you
shoot
liar.
yourself in the foot like that. You don't deserve to win football games.
You're a liar. You fumbled 3 times. So stop up there lying. You're fake crying, right? Look, and once again, I do not dislike Josh Allen. I'm here to tell everybody here, and I don't care what anybody tells me. He is a top 3 quarterback in this league. The trio is Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and him. Those are the 3 best quarterbacks in the league. I don't care how you slice it and dice it. Those are the top 3. I don't dislike Josh, even though I'm reveling in him losing. I'm going against the media bias that covers Josh. You understand? I'm going against his fan base. That's who I have a problem with. Because it's unfair. Look, Josh is a great player. If he makes a mistake, you say he makes a mistake. He plays great, you say he plays great. The problem is that they're not covering them fairly. He gets excuses when he plays bad. The man had 5 turnovers. And then you had people coming up to, you got to forget about the turnovers. He still gave him a chance to win. This is what's been my problem with Raven fans. Because I kept trying to tell y'all, a lot of Raven fans was holding Lamar accountable, it's not feasible compared to what even other fan bases hold their quarterbacks to, much less the media. Yeah, a lot of Raven fans were just regurgitating out what the media was spewing. Listen, am I happy he lost? Yes. I don't dislike Josh Allen, though. I think he's a great player. I really do. But he gets so much, bro, check this out. Y'all think I'm joking?
Josh. Look, bro.
You
didn't have the game that you wanted.
didn't have the game you wanted.
But you're one man.
But you're one man.
And I think what we saw on that podium right there was a guy who loves his teammates. I go out there every single training camp and I speak to Josh Allen.
Oh.
Every time you talk to Josh, every time you talk about Super Bowl aspirations or things like that, all he wants to do is talk about his teammates. He doesn't even want to take credit for the great quarterback that he is. So I understand the feeling that he had after that game. You can't turn the football over, make some of the decisions that he made, and not think that it doesn't fall on you to a degree. But I will say this.
He up there crying.
The entire team is looking at you for confidence. The entire organization is looking at you for confidence right now. Okay? Feel this loss out, but then get back in the weight room, get back on the football field. You're one of the best quarterbacks that this game has ever seen.
Bro, listen. If everything was fair, I wouldn't even mind this. Once again, I'm calling out the differences. Right? That's what this is. Calling out the differences. Because the differences has to be, my bad guys, it has to be called out. Right? Look at this foolishness. I want to show, I really want you guys to see if you think I'm lying. Because sometimes people think I'm having dissonance within my own mind, and I'm not. I'm going through everything and giving you exactly what's going on. This has been my problem with a lot of people. See, and then they'll be like, oh, you're not hard on Lamar. I'm very hard on Lamar. But y'all are unfair to that man. Look at this foolishness, right? Look at this. This is what Chase Daniel had to say about it. I just don't see a world where Lamar gets a pass for his 2 turnovers, both for bad too. He played phenomenal in the second half, and unfortunately, Andrew had the worst game of his career at the worst time too. Then look at what he says about Josh Allen. Look at this man. I feel absolutely awful for Josh Allen. Seems like the same ending every single year for him. Forget all the turnovers. What?
Finish him, Daddy.
Forget what? Forget what? Did this man just say forget all? He didn't say forget the turn. He said forget all the turnovers? What? This is the one throw he's going to want back on the offseason. Would have been a walking touchdown to win the game. Bro. Y'all don't try me, bro. This is nasty. This is nasty, bro. There's levels of nasty you look at in your life, you be like, ew. You ever been around? Ew. You do some nasty and almost ew. That's how nasty this is. And once again, I'll keep reiterating this. I think Josh, top 3 quarterback in the league. But this is insane. He played horrible. 5 turnovers. Just from him. And they're giving him a pass, especially where his turnovers were. Then on top of it, he missed multiple guys open for touchdowns. And you're singing his praise? Bro, they're singing the praise like it's Kirk Franklin working the choir. Oh, nasty, bro. It's nasty. Look at this. Look at this. Yo, I'm laughing at this, bro. I really am. Because if you read... This is what I'm trying to tell people. When people are hard on Lamar, and I try to tell people and I give them, context, this is the context. When C.J. Stroud was playing, they were ripping C.J. Stroud. All of them, he's terrible. You remember what Darren Lowski was saying? Oh, if 31 other quarterbacks was in, they would have won this game. I'm like, how? Josh Allen had 5 turnovers in his game. He had 1 less than C.J. He would have lost 2. But you don't want to bring that up? Drake Maye's defense had more takeaways in 1.5 quarters, right, than Lamar Jackson's defense has had in 8 full playoff games. Bro, you can't make this stuff up. But they'll say, oh, we're giving Lamar excuses? Really? Bro, I can't, bro. I can't, bro. I can't. And then, of course, yesterday with the breaking news, he got his coach fired. Listen, I want to make sure you understand where I'm coming from, right? See where I'm coming from. The Buffalo Bills, right? The Buffalo Bills had no Patrick Mahomes to contend with, who they say is his kryptonite. They had no Lamar Jackson and the Ravens to contend with. They had no Joe Burrow and the Bengals to contend with. Herbert always played bad in the playoffs, and he got knocked out early. So all of the big guns were not even in his way. C.J. Stroud, Bo Nix, what's his name over there for the Patriots, were the last quarterbacks he had to contend with. Drake May, I think it's Drake May. Those are the quarterbacks he had to contend with. And he absolutely fell on his face. We're not talking about he played amazing and then they missed a kick, or he had one turnover and then they dropped 9 passes. No! His receivers were actually making amazing catches in that game. Amazing catches. He played like hot doo-doo. And you know what's crazy thing is? You're going to have games where you play like hot doo-doo. We've seen Tom Brady, right, who is considered the greatest, have games where he's thrown 3 consecutive interceptions in a playoff game. That man missed multiple game-winning throws. Multiple. Not one, multiple. If you want to be real, and then instead of saying, bruh, like, you know what I'm saying, this team tried and everything else, they put it all on his coach and fired the coach. Then you heard what they were saying. Oh, poor baby. Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to show the video. I'm going to show you the audio, right? I'm going to show you how the difference for this buffoon named Colin Cowherd, right? I want you to hear nothing. I got mad proof of the biased nature of this stuff. I want you to hear what this man said. I covered it last night, but of course I had to bring it on because it makes the point even further about how he covered Lamar when he missed the playoffs and when John Harbaugh was fired and when the Bills coach was fired. Check this out real quick. Check this out.
Hyper-athletic quarterbacks age quickly. Do you know the last year Cam Newton was a Pro Bowler? He was 26. 26.
What did you compare Cam Newton more to Josh Allen, though? Just me being me. Nitro Doug Gottlieb said Lamar Jackson fans are hypocrites for attacking Josh over one bad playoff game. Nasty work, bro. Hold on, don't worry. I'm going to show you the hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. Hold on.
Lamar is 29, and this year, you watch what I watch. He didn't look the same. Yet these old pocket guys, Aaron Rodgers, 42 years old, carrying that offense to the playoffs. Tom Brady, mid-40s, winning a Super Bowl. Matt Stafford's 37 years old, probably going to win the MVP. So that's the downside to being a guy that makes a lot of noise and moves the chains with athletic ability. But Lamar is so beloved in Baltimore, he's going to leave when he wants to leave. And I bet you I can see John Harbaugh. Apparently, it was a very long meeting with Steve Bisciotti.
That's a lie. It wasn't a long meeting with Steve Bisciotti. He got let go over the phone.
John Harbaugh probably said, you do realize I was 8-4 in the playoffs for the Super Bowl pre-Lamar. I'm 3-6 with Lamar. Everything can't be about Lamar. He's 29. He wasn't the same quarterback. He's missed a season full of games with injuries. But yet Baltimore and Steve Bisciotti says he's still a top 10 quarterback.
This man doesn't even think he's a top 10 quarterback no more. Because he was fighting through injuries to be on the field. I want you to hear the difference. You heard what he said. All right.
Sean McDermott, a very good football coach, has been dismissed. The Buffalo Bills, 10th team, a third of the league, 10th team looking for a head coach. And I think when you have Josh Allen, it's okay to demand greatness. Bill Walsh, Andy Reid, Jimmy Johnson, Bill Belichick. Josh Allen's the kind of quarterback that can win not one, not two, but 3 Super Bowls. McDermott's a good man and a good coach. But the Bills kept finding ways to lose. The 13-second loss to Kansas City. Saturday, there's 5 turnovers and Bo Nix up and down the field.
How was the coach's fault? 5 turnovers.
I mean, there was the tush push last year. They couldn't get that right. The last 3 years, Buffalo has lost fourth quarter leads in all games. All of their losses, they lost fourth quarter leads. It was time. Done.
You already said it. They lost fourth quarter leads. It was time. Didn't John Harbaugh lead in NFL history the most fourth quarter collapse in NFL history? And this is what I'm trying to say, bro. That's the difference in the way they cover stuff. It's nasty. You're mad at Sean McDermott for his team. Josh Allen is not won in overtime. He's 0-7 in overtime, right? Fourth quarter collapses, you'll blame the coach. With the Ravens, you blame Lamar. Even though in those games, he goes nuclear. In overtime, fourth quarters, everything. Go look at the statistics if you think I'm lying. He goes nuclear. John Harbaugh leads the league all time. All time. That means he's first. Fourth quarter collapses. But you thought it's all about Lamar. It's not fair. He should still be there. You know what it is? They wanted somebody there to cap Lamar Jackson. I keep saying this. The media doesn't even like Patrick Mahomes. I said this yesterday. And now we're going to get real in depth on what I mean by this. The media does not like Mahomes. They tolerate Mahomes, right? Because Mahomes has made himself undeniable. Like, at some point, you can't even say Mahomes has, is it three Super Bowls or 4? The thing is 3. He has 3 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 MVPs, 2 first-team All-Pros. He's undeniable. But y'all haven't noticed how they've tried to put, and multiple times, even though he's winning, getting MVPs, guys that have not won MVPs and guys that have won titles over him, as such, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Herbert. Y'all haven't noticed that? Yeah. I'm the only one that's noticed that. Lamar has all the individual accolades, right? And he has some team success. Patrick Mahomes has all the team success and some personal accolades. Those other guys at one time had none. And they were saying they're better than Patrick Mahomes, better than Lamar. It was just, that's what it was. Y'all remember that one song? I don't know if y'all know Charlie Wilson. Hey girl, how you doing? My name is Charlie, last name Wilson. I was wondering if I could take you out, invite you to my house. Here's my number so you can call me. And don't forget that my name is Charlie. That's how they act when it comes to Joe Burrow and what's it called, and Josh Allen. It's nasty. Like they're trying to ask him out on a date. Hey Josh, how you doing? It's Dan Orlowski. I'm on First Take. I was wondering if I could take you out. Oh. Show you a good time. Oh. Invite you to my house. Oh. Danny-O, I'm talking to you. Colin Howard's blind with flowers in his hands. Well, if I can't get Josh, I'll get Joey. Joey beats for me. It's nasty work. I mean, they singing, bro. They singing. R&B 90s singing. It's nasty, bro. Listen, I believe in fair. If you're going to do news, you have to be, hey, Hey, Spencer with a $10 pledge. Let's go. Yes, Patreon pledge. Let's go from Spencer. Thank you so much. We got somebody else going over there, becoming a member. That's what I'm talking about. Wundercats. Ho! Man, thank you so much for that, Spence. Thank you. And we're going to keep growing. We're going to build this the right way. Even though I know that YouTube's been doing their foolishness, we're going to do it through Patreon. Y'all going to get extra content and everything else like that. So if you want the extra content that will be available starting this week, that's how you get it over there. But thank you for becoming a member, bro. But yeah, man, it's just at some point, realism is your job. That's your job. It's your job to take the realism and give it a little oomph and then give it back to the masses. That's it. Not let me eschew it so far that it almost looks like a lie. And then give it back to the masses. It's ridiculous. They've blamed everybody except for Josh Allen for that loss. Well, he had like one or two bad plays, but the other ones weren't even really his fault. That's how they were talking about Josh Allen. It was so bad. Look at this. It was so bad that Joe Burrow had to come out and be like, y'all are tripping. Look what Joe Burrow came out. The amount of people that don't understand what a catch is in the rule book flabbergasts me. And it's not the officials. The two plays yesterday were not difficult calls, and they got them both right. It's nasty, bro. Nasty. Nasty, bro. Get out of here, bro. I don't know where the Bills ex go, but I know Harbaugh's mad. He went to the Giants. He didn't wait like he should have, had patience. If Harbaugh would have waited, I already told y'all he wasn't leaving New York. I told y'all that. He was going to be on one of the three New York teams. Pick one. If Sean McDermott had lost in the wild card, John Harbaugh would have been the next coach for the Bills, which I was hoping, because him blowing those league and the team going down and then having to face Baltimore getting blown out would have been the icing on the cake to let everybody know, like, wow. Because all of the leeway he got being with Lamar, he's not going to get with Josh. They're going to flame him. Flame broiled on a sesame seed bun with extra cheese. Hold the mayo. They didn't want it cream. Telling you, bro, it's nasty, bro. EDC really about to interview a special teams coordinator. Easy, bro. They're so dumb. Like, to me, it should be without doubt the Seahawks. It should be the Seahawks guy. You know what I'm saying? Clint Kubiak should easily be in the running for this after you've seen what the offense has been allowed to do for the Seahawks. Like, come on now, bro. Have some sense. Like, and that's why I understand why it's either him, McDaniels, or Flores for me. It's one of those three. Everybody else, I'm looking at it like, why? You're just dragging this out to drag it out. Like, it's almost like a drama. Harbaugh had his feelings hurt and moved on quickly, fast. That man caught the Giants off the rebound like Ben Wallace. Yo, the Giants caught Harbaugh off the glass, off the rebound like Ben Wallace. It's nasty work. The Giants said they don't want you. They don't know what to do with you. I got you. It's nasty, bro. Off the rebound, bro. Two-handed it. Nigel, you don't like Weaver? I don't mind Weaver, but those other three are way over him to me. Anthony Weaver, I hope he gets a job. I really do. I don't dislike Weaver at all. I like but if I'm looking at the three, the top three is Flores, Clint, McDaniels. Those are the top three. I want pause. And Flores. Okay, I see what you said. I read that wrong. You want McDaniels and Flores, part of our coaches? Bro, hey, yo. I read that so wrong, bro. My bad. But yeah, McDaniels. Yeah, Clint Flores or Minter. I don't want no Minter. You can keep Minter over there. Do not want him. Do not want him. Nitro wants Matt Nagy low key. Didn't I already show you what would happen if EDC took a DB? You don't want to see what I would do if that man took Minter or Nagy or one of them. Bro, it's going to come to blows, bro. Pause. Like we gonna be swinging. And I'm swinging for the fences. I'm talking about that slow motion swing that got you singing them old Whitney Houston songs. And I will always love you. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. I'm not lying, Ash, but I can't deal with that. No. How y'all feeling about Eric B. back with Mo? Is he back? Is Eric B. Enemy back? If he's back, Chiefs are going to be a problem next year. A problem. I'm telling y'all that. If Eric B. Enemy is back with the Chiefs, they're going to be a problem this. Oh my gosh. He's really back? They are. Oh my God. It just came out 17 hours ago. Bro, man, the Chiefs are back. And he got 2 deep threats to work with Hollywood Brown and Worthy, bro. Hey, yo, Nitro, slow motion swing is crazy. Bro, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know those shows and those movies. That's what's going to be happening. Y'all going to be like, slow motion screaming when I'm swinging, like straight up. Yeah, but I'm telling you, I get that. Shifty Sean, he's not coming back mid-season, but he's going to keep them on track. You watch. I'm calling it from now. Y'all going to get to see just how good Eric Bieniemy is, and y'all going to be like, I told y'all. When I wanted Eric Bieniemy, everyone told me no. So I'm like, okay, when he goes back on that team, and when he finally gets Mahomes back, y'all going to be like, wow. I'll be like, I told you. Told you. I'm praying that we keep Likely and get rid of Mark. Mark is not needed. He's not. His blocking skills just went down, and he's no longer a receiver. He doesn't even have consistent hands. The only thing he does is he's the one that runs the tush push. That's the only thing he really does that like stands out on the team. JR, you right. We ain't never scared, but I'm just saying you have to watch out for it. Just because I ain't scared of nobody doesn't mean I'm just going to let them punch me in my face. I watch out for everything. Trademark, keep Likely. I only could wish. I wish. King Lee, I wish, man. I wish. Yeah. Andrews is washed. Junk is nasty, bro. Nasty. I still can't believe, we really re-signed that man. For what reason? Ashley Royalty said he does PBUs too. Oh. Don't break my heart. Yeah, God, yeah. Give KC Mark. Watch how fast they be like, oh, he is washed. I'm like, yeah, y'all wanted him too. I like T. Martin. I think T. Martin, I hope T. Martin gets a job. I really did like T. He probably will find on with Harbaugh, most likely. But T. Martin's a very good coach. I think he goes on with another team and probably either Seahawks. I hope if Clint leaves the Seahawks, I hope he gets that job. Yeah. If Clint leaves the Seahawks, I'm really hoping T. Martin gets that job. I think T. Martin would be amazing for that job. I think EDC gets fired next season. If we don't upgrade the trenches again, and he's like, oh, we're okay, we're fine. It was more coaching than my picks. and then his picks look just as bad with other coaches too, he'll be gone. Because then you're going to have to be like, bro, you didn't learn from your mistakes. They're trash. Garbage. They've been garbage. Just the difference was they were working with a healthy Lamar Jackson that can make a whole bunch of people miss. Isaiah likely going to the Chiefs for a 4-year, $55 million deal. I'm so sad he's going, man. Y'all don't realize how truly gifted Isaiah Likely is. Unless he gets, has a severe, crazy, God forbid, injury, bro, he has the opportunity to be the best tight end in the game. Being the best tight end in the game, in today's game, you're a top 5 weapon in the league. I'm not asking you guys, I'm telling you this. There's no weakness to his game. He can get people out of the club, escort them out of the club. He can go up the ladder. He has incredible hands. He's a big play magnet. He can get down the field. Route runner. And he has amazing yak. Come on now, bro. I be looking at people y'all don't and this is where y'all keep the people that I don't want and get rid of the people that I want. That junk is nasty. We've seen Likely take people totally out of the club. 2 people out of the club. I don't know if Ricard's going with Harbaugh. We'll see. Isn't he still on contract? Yeah, I think it'll be a chance for him to get out of we're going to use a team tight end. And then, because it's bro, yeah, because resigning Andrews is a Harbaugh move. Definitely a Harbaugh move. He needs to go trade him to Harbaugh. Go let what's his name have him. And then we re-sign Likely. Get from underneath Mark's contract, trade him, ouch, and then get Likely. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Since Harbaugh thinks so highly of him, go give him to the Giants, get from underneath that pay, and then go sign Likely. I don't know. Mahomes seems like he's struggling, though. Mahomes is hurt. That's my thing, right? When Burrow was hurt, it's just because he's hurt. He's coming back. When he was trying to play when he was hurt, he's a warrior. Look at him fighting to be out there. When Mahomes gets hurt, look, the dynasty's over. Lamar gets hurt, he sucks. He was just a running back. He's done. He's finished. That's how the media covers. That's the craziness between the media. That's why I got a problem with them. It was coming out during the offseason that he was going to be around $10 million a year. We have to fix the O-line. Once Lamar does that fix, I think we get rid of Mark and re-sign. Because we could cut him. We could cut Mark and save money. Cut Mark, sign Likely. Yeah. I don't hear no crap. We got Kolar. Give him a very, very small extension, something that's good. You're good. You're good for your 2 tight ends. Draft the second one. Draft your 3rd tight end, and you're good to go. Falala needs to go to his garbage. Lamar didn't know he was getting signed. That was documented. Lamar did not know that Mark was getting signed. It's documented. He had no idea. Nobody knew when he just came on the field and said, they re-signed me, and everyone congratulated him. They never blame Josh for anything. That's my problem with them, bro. They never blame Josh for anything. It's never his fault. Head coach Kubiak, DC Flores, OC Shaliasi, 3 straight Super Bowls guaranteed. Marcus Frazier, I'm not against that. Even though I love McDaniels, I would love McDaniels. Because here's the thing. If they give the head coach to anybody else, Kubiak's not leaving the Seahawks. He's not. He's only leaving for a head coaching position. So if we're not giving him the head coaching position, he's staying over there. And then at that point, you know what I'm saying, McDaniels and Flores are in pretty much the same boat. They'll each take an OC or DC if they don't get the head coaching position. So, yeah. Nigel Kerry Rhodes said that Lamar Jackson fans never blame him for anything. Man, tell Kerry Rhodes to go play in the roads. Yo, Mark only got re-signed because he broke records is insane. Exactly. And I keep trying to tell people this for contextual purposes, right? It's not even like that's crazy on the Ravens. We get rid of receivers after like 2 seasons or get guys when they're old. It's not like it's on another team where it's like, oh my God. Like, go look at the receivers we've had in the year that they had, you'd be like, so it's not crazy. His value with that clutch catch made him rich, along with Shannon Sharp saying he's starting on 28 other teams. I've been saying that. I was saying that before anybody was saying that, and Raven fans were telling me I was foolish for saying that. I got called stupid for saying that in the Twitter space. Then I'm crazy. Stupid. I'm like, bro. And then you know what I brought up? I was like, y'all were the same people that were saying Tyler Huntley can do everything Lamar can do. Y'all have been inherently wrong during his entire tenure. Like, if anything, y'all have been stupid. So, you know what I'm saying? And it got heated, but I was like, whatever, God bless, and I was out. But yeah. Isaiah Likely's been him. The Ravens are stupid. Instead of using him to the best of his ability, you'll be like, nah. He is great, but if he's too great, we're going to have to pay him top dollar. So let's try to keep Mark to hold down that value that he got. Then we might be able to keep both of them. We're so smart. That just gets nasty work. Yeah, world class. And I got ridiculed bad for it, bro. Ridiculed. So, yeah. Don't worry. And I'm going to come out and say it online on Twitter. I'm going to be like, everybody told me that Isaiah Likely is not going to be good. When he goes to one of these other teams, start breaking records, just understand that y'all were wrong. Again, and I'm going to say right on Twitter. And when that goes viral, I'm like, everyone that disagreed with this and said bad things to me, I want you to pin this on your thing and remember. Cut Cooper Rush, re-sign Snoop. Facts. Why is Cooper Rush still on the team? He should have been fired the last day of the season. Nitro, the man played for the Jets. Why on earth would he even like Josh Allen and hate Lamar to begin with? But he clearly doesn't like Lamar. A lot of people don't like Lamar. And I'm going to say this, and I hope this doesn't go into anybody's heads. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm being honest. A lot of the white media doesn't like Lamar because he's a threat to what they believe quarterbacks are and do, look, and sound. To the previous black players, Lamar's a threat because he's a constant reminder to them that they weren't given the opportunities to be allowed to even try out for quarterback. You understand where I'm coming from? Back then, if you were athletic, you weren't even given, if you were black and you were athletic, you weren't even given a second eye to be a quarterback. They put you somewhere else. A lot of guys are still salty about that and believe if they had gotten the opportunities that Lamar got, then they would have been a star too. So a lot of them are salty. So that's the conundrum Lamar Jackson is in, between black and white. And a lot of people don't get that. A lot of the former players, where those were the guys in high school that played quarterback, running back, wide receiver, they were amazing athletes, right? And then when they got to college, they said, look, you're not playing quarterback here. You're either going to be a corner, a safety, or a running back, maybe even a wide receiver. And they had to switch their positions. That's why a lot of like the older black players have a problem with Lamar Jackson. Because in their minds, he's nothing really special. If they would have gotten the opportunity that he got, they would have been the same special that he is. So they hate him because of they hate him because of their dislike of the system. That's what that is. And I hope and you know I'm gonna speak real. And for the other side, when it comes to more of the white analysts and stuff like that, the quarterbacks have been looked at, viewed as Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, these type of gentlemen that play it a certain way, look a certain way, sound a certain way. Lamar Jackson is the total opposite of everything on that side. Everything. From hair to looks to swagger, everything. And they hate it. Because for the longest time, they told everybody that This is the way that you play the quarterback position. This is the only way you should be able to play quarterback position. And if you don't play quarterback position that way, you're not going to win. This is why I keep trying to tell people, Lamar Jackson represents anarchy in a lot of people's eyes. He's an affront to the system. That's a bar. That's why a lot of people consider him like a glitch. If you ever watch Matrix, you understand what I'm saying. He's an anomaly. Pun intended. Dre Dawg said Lamar is the NFL's Allen Iverson. He's even further than that. Because AI never had the size, right? He was the people's champ. He was Rocky, right? The people's champ. Lamar is the people's champ, but he has all the attributes. He's 6'2", 6'3". Mind you, I stood next to him. He's legit 6'3". So he is such an affront to everything that they believe that it's like, bro. Like Allen Iverson was that for some time, but he was still undersized. So a lot of times, even when they say he's the greatest little man of all time, they can't even say it. They try to put Lamar in he's a running quarterback. But now he's breaking all of the quarterbacking stats, the efficiency stats, the ones that they would be, oh, this is for us. Nah, he's breaking all of those. That's a problem in their eyes. Because of Lamar Jackson, they don't even like bringing a passer rating no more. Because his passer rating's through the roof. Because now he's doing this like, we don't like passer rating no more. That's not even good. All right. Touchdown interception ratio. That's not really fair. But he never threw for 4,000. He threw for 4,000 yards. That whole season was an anomaly. He didn't win the Super Bowl. Who cares? That's what it is. I'm real with this. I always be real with y'all. Y'all know that. I'm not scared to talk and be in that room because it needs to be said. Lamar Jackson's a kind guy that he loves God, football, and his family. He doesn't even go out. Bro, have you ever seen in NFL history a guy that doesn't get in trouble off the field? You don't see who's partying, right? That is cordial, humble to everybody around him, strong in every community that he's been a part of, plays amazing, that has been shown as much hate as Lamar Jackson? Please name them. You can't. So that's why it sucks for Lamar, because he's getting hate from both sides. And both sides are just stuck in their ways of saying it is what it is. Sad. It really is. It really is. But guys, that's an episode of the Wunderkind Morning Show. Thank you guys for watching. Now, y'all know how we end every show, right? Y'all know we end every show. Now, guys, in the 80s and 90s, there was a certain footwear that every child owned. This footwear, they had it in every color you could think of. Every kid had one. And it was one of the simplest ones ever, but during the 80s and 90s, you did not see a child that didn't have some form of this. What footwear am I talking about? Come on, give it to me, guys.
4, 6,
What footwear are we talking about?
2.
That's close. Tactical, not LA Gear with the light up soles. I'm going to do that one day too, but I'm not telling y'all when. Guys, come on. It's not K-Swiss King Lee. Oh, my K-Swiss came out. Like, come on now, bro. Stop. K-Swiss got real popular when I was in middle school. So it was definitely not the 80s and 90s. No, guys, if you see this, you're going to be like, It's one of the most simplest footwear ever. 80s and 90s, guys. 80s and 90s. Every little child had one of these. If you go back in every single picture, they had them in different textures and everything in different colors. But every child had one of these in the 80s and 90s. If I show it to you, you're going to be like, oh, I'm dead. Y'all, I can't believe y'all not getting this. Come on now. It's not Skechers. What's Pookie Nookies? What are those? This man said Pookie Nookies. They're not BKs. They're not Reeboks. Air Force Ones. Come on now. Nah. Oh, this man said Disney shoes. Crocs came out way. Dr. Kush from the logo. Yes! Dr. Kush. Dr. Kush. The jellies. Every kid had one of these. In the 80s, and if you tell me you didn't, if you go back in your album, your photo album, because back then we used to have photo albums, every child had these. Some of them even had them in leather. The black leathers, jellies. Yes. Y'all remember these? Bro, come on now, bro. Come on, don't tell me I don't remember these. Ash, you don't remember these? King Blaze, you did. Don't, you might not know. This man said, bro, go look at the picture. What are jellies? Come on now, bro. World class. If you were born in the 80s or 90s, you had a pair of them. Go look if you look in your photo album, because remember, they're sandals. That's what they are. They're just the sandals that were very popular in the 80s and 90s. They're sandals. Shifty Sean, if you were born in the 80s, you had jellies. I'm telling you this. Or the leather version of them. But they look like that. Like, I remember I had the little ones going to the thing, and I had the black ones in leather. Dr. Good says this had all the colors. Yeah. Bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Bro, stop it. The boys had the leather ones. The girls had the colorful jellies. But, what's it called? Yeah. I never liked my feet out when I was a kid. Especially in New York, upper, you know what I'm saying? They had those going out to all the parks. Yeah, bro, I can't believe y'all. I was born in 96. Listen, 96 was when Allen Iverson was drafted. The 96 draft to me is probably top 2 drafts of all time, NBA history. But if you go to 96, go look at what you probably had on in 97 and 98. Go to your photo album. You might see, you're going to be like, bro, I did the plastic sandals. Yeah. Bro, I can't believe y'all trying me, bro. Y'all don't remember these, bro. Same thing I said about the Chex Quest. Bro, I told you, I'm not going to make these easy either. But I thought that y'all would actually get this one better than you know what I'm saying, actually check. Because I was like, yeah, I don't remember Chex Quest. And y'all like, nah, we don't remember Chex Quest. I was like, how? It's one of those popular games during the 90s for computer. It was so big that schools started banning it because everyone kept downloading it to the libraries and schools. I can't stand them to this day. I can't stand them either, bro, because to me, they're uncomfortable. Extremely uncomfortable. You still see some older people wear them, but in the leathers, and they don't have the backs. Or the cloth. Nitro, a Bills fan I talked to said that Lamar Jackson has to have playoff games, win with 0 turnovers to earn the right to make fun of Josh Allen. Yeah, all right. That plastic used to have your feet sweating. Exactly, bro. RM, you already know what it is. I've never seen them in any colors but black, white, and brown. World class. So you know what I'm talking about, too. Come on now, bro. Especially if you're from the Caribbean, you definitely had those. Definitely. If you're Panama, Jamaican, Haitian, Puerto Rican, Cuban, you've had these. You've had one pair at least. You had them. Stop capping, bro. Stop capping. But guys, That's the episode of the Wunderkind Morning Show. Please remember to like, subscribe, that notification bell, especially before you guys leave. And if you guys want to support the channel, like I said, you know, YouTube shut down all the stuff on this channel, but we're doing it over for Patreon. And if you want to donate, right there's the Cash App, okay, guys? For monetary donations if you want, you know what I'm saying? So, guys, have a blessed day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And I'm out this piece. Peace. And be safe out there, guys. God bless. Yerp!
Finish him, Daddy.
You're not my dad. I didn't have the chancletas.